Hey, what's up guys? Kenneth here with the LEGO Republic bringing you another video. Today's video is a super awesome special video because we have a super awesome set from 2009 here for us to review today. This set was given to me to review by my good friend Jack. He's selling a bunch of LEGO sets and he has quite the collection on his store, so I will make sure to leave his link in the description below. His prices are extremely reasonable, so if you want to go over there and buy some things, feel free to do so. Let's get into the Anakin's Y-Wing Starfighter. This set is ages 8 to 14, set number 8037, and comes with 570 pieces and was out for retail in 2009. So without further ado, let's take a look at the minifigures. So our first figure here is Anakin Skywalker, Clone Wars version, and he looks pretty good. You can see the scar down the left side of his face there, or if you're looking at it from his angle, it would be his right side, I guess. His hairpiece looks rather nice. Remember, this is an old set, but still a great one. The torso print there looks pretty decent. You can see the armor. They did a great job reincarnating, remaking his torso from the movie. It looks really accurate, and I really like Clone Wars Anakin a whole lot more than any other Anakin, so this figure is really awesome. You see his blue lightsaber there. It is in the old 2007 style with the little bubbles in the lightsaber, so that's kind of like a nostalgia throwback for me, I guess. Pretty cool. And then there's no back face because this, did I say 2007? It's 2009. They didn't really do front and back faces back then, but yeah, great figure. Next up, we have Ahsoka Tano, and just like Anakin and R2, they're not exclusive to the set, but that doesn't mean they're terrible figures. Here we have Ahsoka Tano, and she has pretty basic leg printing. The torso printing is rather good. On the front, it's very accurate from the Clone Wars, which the set is based off of. Lightsaber is a little bit of a yellowish tint, which might be cool because if you actually pay close attention to Ahsoka in the later episodes of like season 5 and stuff, she has one pure green one and then one kind of like yellowish one, so it's kind of cool. So even though that this green is kind of, a little offset a little, it's actually really useful if you're trying to get a complete Ahsoka later, like the older Ahsoka. You could put this lightsaber with her and make her super accurate, so that is really cool about this Ahsoka. You can see her face is very animated there. I like that a lot. The what do they even call these, like, head things? The little head things are very nice. Her hair, I guess. The one downside of this figure is that there's no back print. I mean, it's just 2009, so they didn't put any back prints on usually, but it's a little disappointing. But it is an older set. You have to appreciate it for what it is. Next up, we have R2-D2, and he looks actually really similar to the R2-D2 from the 2012 X-Wing. So that's pretty cool. The only difference, I would say, would be on the top. Well, obviously, the torso, such things exist on droids, is different. But the main noticeable difference is on the top, where his, you can see it's a lot more shiny and a little more metallic looking. And I actually really like that a lot better than this one. But, of course, both of these are pretty outdated. And since R2 comes in literally one set, at least one set every year, everyone has an R2 at this point. And they're using the new updated versions, but that's a really cool R2, and it's pretty accurate and gives the simple design of the Clone Wars sets from this time, and that's kind of something that my LEGO collection at least is missing. The box is very nice. The one thing I have to say about the box, aside from the fact that it looks awesome, and it conveys the right thing, and this is exactly from season 1 of the Clone Wars when they're attacking the Malevolence. Even has all the features to go with it. I really like that about this set. But one thing I noticed about the box is it's really big. It's like 100, like, I don't even know, but let's just take some boxes that maybe you are, that's the Razor Crest box. That's $120. And remember, this retailed for like $65 or something like that. So that's a pretty big box. That's just something back in the day. Boxes were bigger. You got more for your money because of inflation. So this $65 set, by today's standards, would probably be around $100. But of course, you know, it's rare, so it's going for, you know, like $120, $150, stuff like that. So yeah, it's a pretty good box. If we flip it around, you can see all the cool features of the set, as well as some sets in the bottom left of the day. So we'll get into all the features so we don't have to take more time out of the video by looking at the box. Okay, so the first feature we're going to start off with is its swooshability. So you can easily, just like most Y-Wings, pick it up like this. This is my favorite way to hold it, and swoosh it around. It's really solid build. You can see I'm not going to shake it too much because I don't want to break it, right? But you could shake it pretty good and it's not going to break. It's a really solid build, and it has really nice swooshability. The whole thing moves as one. I really like that about the set. Let's see. The bubble turret here can go up and down just like in the show. It can actually swivel from side to side, but I don't really see how that would ever be possible, so I think it's a pretty good bubble turret. To get Ahsoka in the bubble turret, you have to actually just pop this entire part of the bubble turret off, which is a really neat design. If you look in there, you'll see a little control panel, which is nice. So yeah, you can sit Ahsoka in there, and I will do that right now. Sit her in there, and then plop this on the top. It fits just her head in there, which is kind of funny, and it looks decent, and she can, you know, be using her bubble turret guns to shoot off the vulture droids or whatever else is attacking her. And then we have the front cockpit, and sometimes it comes off, but I think that's just because sometimes the sets get a little brittle as they get older, and it isn't a very strong connection just because that has to come off. I think it's worth the not strong connection for the play feature. Other people might differ, but yeah. You can see another one of those control panels in there for Anakin Skywalker. You will sit him in there too, in the cockpit, because he doesn't want to let Snips drive. So we will close that cockpit like so. And now you have Anakin and Ahsoka in the cockpit flying around. They can shoot you, you know. Oh boy. So what's cool is you can fit R2 in the R2 socket, but you might have seen this little thing here, right? This is basically going to go inside the R2 figure, and this isn't a feature I've ever seen before, but it's where you use the R2 feature to basically be the gun, right? So there's this giant missile on the bottom, and if you pull back on R2, out pops this giant missile, right? And it's supposed to be reminiscent of the proton bombs that these ships actually use to cripple the Malevolence in the show, which is really cool. But I really like how they hit it. They hit it super well. All you have to do is pull back on R2, and the thing shoots. It's brilliant, and then it's beautifully integrated into the bottom of the ship, which is super awesome. And then there's one more feature, which is actually where you're going to be able to put the lightsabers for the figures that come in the set. If we look at the Y-Wing here, I forgot to mention that there's some nice detailing on the bottom there. But you will see all of this awesome greebling here, but it's actually a feature, as you probably guessed. You can actually open this up and fit the lightsabers in. I really like how they use that gray piece there to make sure that the lightsabers actually go separate ways, which is just a better way of holding them. I suppose you could put clone blasters in there too. If you had a ton of these and you had clones manning them, you could put the clone blasters in there. They'd probably fit. Close that up. Looks really good. R2 sitting there right behind it. It's just a great set overall. And I do mean that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please go down in the description. Check out my friend Jack's store, and even if you aren't planning on buying anything, just look at his collection. It's a pretty cool collection. It's always fun to do that. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.